Hello and welcome to my channel. Today, I want to speak on man as the major agent of change. The essence of this talk is to show that mental restructuring should take precedence over any other form of restructuring. Truly, man is the major agent of change. There are many factors that must combine together to bring about development in any society. For the purpose of this discussion, we shall refer to these as variables of development. They include such factors as land, capital, mineral resources, and of course, human resources, that is, man. All these variables, except man, are inert. That is, they cannot on their own manipulate themselves to become something else. They must be manipulated by man before any other thing can be derived from them. Man is therefore the major agent of change. In fact, according to Chief Obafemi Awolowo, man is the creative and purposive dynamic in nature. All the resources of nature, be they natural, mineral, water, etc., are by comparison in a state of inertia. Man is therefore the prime mover in every economy. Without him, nothing at all can be produced. In other words, the resources of nature are negative and inert. Man, on the other hand, is positive and dynamic. He is the determinant of all economic and social change and the generator of all the impulses of progress. Above all, he is at one and the same time the initiator, innovator, accelerator, prime mover, producer, distributor, exchanger, and consumer in every economy. The meaning of all this is that man is a being who is capable of bringing situations into being. When he thinks and acts, he brings about the existence of situations. As an illustration, when a man who holds political power in a polity decides to be tyrannical, he brings a situation of tyranny into being. But tyranny will be avoided if he decides against displaying it. Again, when men in a society decide to be thieves and liars, for example, if they feel jealous of and display hatred towards one another, there will be the prevalence of a situation of insecurity and fear in which nobody trusts the other. The opposite of all this will prevail where men act otherwise. The nature of man, therefore, is such that when he opts for an option, he automatically closes the way for the opposite choice and its possible consequences. For example, if men in a society choose to uphold truthfulness, they will automatically make falsehood impossible to thrive in that society. It thus follows that the situation in which man operates is that which he allows or permits to thrive. By his capacity to make choice, he is able to determine which situation thrives and which does not. Thus, man is not a robot, which is simply worked upon. He can make decisions. He is always in between choices. Whichever of these he opts for, he is drawn to the consequences thereof. The choices he makes have unavoidable ends. Once chosen, the unavoidable end of a choice always follows. Since man is the major agent of change, since it is he who has to engage in the manipulation of the other variables of development, it will only be wise that efforts towards development should be directed at first developing him. Since he is the major agent of change, the quality of change that he can bring about will depend on his own quality. It is the man who is developed that can bring about development. The underdeveloped man cannot, as development cannot be a product of underdevelopment. This is why we insist that man is the major agent of change. In other words, if we are to pursue development, the primary focus should be on developing man, because the quality of development that a society can enjoy is a function of the quality of man. This is why we say that human restructuring is to take precedence over any other form of restructuring, because in life there are usually first steps. Once you take the first step, then others follow. So when making attempts at development, the first step should be to develop the man, should be to develop the human element. And once this is done, every other form of development will, as a matter of necessity, follow. Thank you for listening. If you are new to this channel, remember to like, subscribe, and share. Thank you till I see you in the next video.